Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl, Shirley Dor
and Cirocobama. It's your audio besties here, and this is Not That Podcast.
Not That Podcast. Every Tuesday, we're sharing personal stories and giving advice
on mental health, pleasure, relationships, entrepreneurship, and pretty much whatever the hell we want.
Need advice? DM us on Instagram at This Is Not That Pod.
And be sure to follow us and subscribe to stay in the know. If you like what you hear, please leave us a review.
Please.
The Love Doctor podcast?
Mm-hmm.
Who the hell thought I would do that?
Everybody be wanting advice, and when they really should just go to therapy so that therapy can help you make your own decisions.
They don't want to pay for it.
They don't want to make their own decisions.
They want it to be free.
Therapy only works when you pay for it. I say that all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you take it serious when you pay for it. The other stuff, they don't take it serious when it's free. I know. We used to like have specific free patients, free clients.
Oh no, I appreciate free stuff all the time.
We're talking about therapy. You think your therapist is not good? You'd be like, my therapist is not good. She doing this.
Oh yeah. When I paid $10,
side eye, bombastic Sunday, criminal offense.
Child, that $10 therapist, I can't.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's okay. It's not your fault. I mean, it could be. It probably is.
More than likely. I'll take the blame.
Yeah, and inadvertently, your fault.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl, Shirley Dor.
And Cirocobama, aka Siwa Obama, en Creole, Baskin Deuce. It's hot.
Why it's hot? Why does Deuce, is it the spicy Deuce?
Because it's Deuce, and then I lick my finger, and then when I touch me, I'm hot caliente.
So you're not Deuce, you're hot?
I'm Deuce.
And hot?
Yeah, mango habanero. Mango habanero.
And as you can see, this is not that podcast.
It's not.
Not the podcast you thought it was.
Not today.
No. So, we're so funny, like we'll plan stuff and be like, nah, this sound better. But no, this one really is better. I'm telling y'all. So today we are going to talk about signs that she's not that into you. Signs that she's not that into you.
Child.
Let us help you navigate the complex world of dating.
So before we recorded this episode, I was basically like venting to Shirley. She said, let's make this an episode. So now it's good that we're making an episode. Because now I'm going to have to let him know before the episode drops.
I mean, yeah, it's not going to release yet, so you got it.
So it gives me a couple days, whatever. But okay. Yes, child. So what was how do you want to start it? Do you want?
So tell me about what you're currently experiencing in your dating life.
Okay. So I just got out of a situationship. I'm heartbroken.
Damn, I'm happy you finally said it.
What?
Wait, I was like, damn, she's not gonna realize this, but she in the situation. She might not notice.
So that makes 2 breakups in the span of 6 months.
Damn.
7 months, 8 months. I don't know, child. So I'm on my second breakup of the year.
Sorry, y'all. Oof.
So I decided to go back out because I was not interested in dating anymore because I was just like, I feel like it's a lost cause at some point. Mm-hmm. So sometimes I just get discouraged and I'm just like, I don't need it. Mm-hmm. I don't want to deal with anybody at all. But I'm just like, you know what? It is what it is. There was a guy who came to me respectfully, and I don't get approached respectfully often because some men think that saying, hey girl, hey big head, you in Orlando, come teach me compa, they think that that's the way to approach me. This guy approached me respectfully, and so I accepted the date, and then while we were talking and stuff like that, I just noticed that everything was kind of bland, but I was just like, we don't really know each other like that. So I guess, talking stages are like that. Mm-hmm. So for our first date, I chose the place, and I chose a place that he's never been to, one of these hotspot places. And then even at the hotspot place, you know, we talked about like our lives and, you know, complained about work and stuff. And I was just like, I'm still kind of like, we'll see, right? There was a couple red flags. He said that Wingstop was his favorite wing spot, and that place had way better wings than Wingstop. Me and Shirley went there. Them wings is fire. And he said they were okay. That's a red flag for me.
But you chose Wingstop?
Wingstop? Yeah. There were, he said that he liked to do adventurous things. And when I asked him, what, he had no answers because he never actually have done a lot of stuff. And so he was like, yo, what about you? Which he's asked me before. And I'm just like, I jet ski, I horseback ride, I like paintballing, I like laser tag, I like improv.
We're the tubing kayaking girls. Like,
I do everything under
pretty
the sun.
adventurous.
Yeah.
Like
we solo date all the random places all the time.
Yeah. Let money not be a problem. We would be in submarines, just not as deep as Ocean Gate, but we would be in submarine.
Yeah, we'd be in the Titanic.
Yeah. Facts.
So I named a bunch of stuff, and he's like, "Yeah, well, I haven't really done any stuff or whatever." And I was like, "Yeah, but you said you were adventurous," and he was like, "Oh, well, you know, I'm open to it." And I was just like,
"Oh, I'm open to adventure." That's what he meant.
Yeah, and that sounded a little orange flaggy to me because that means I would have to plan everything, because even on our second date, you know, if you've never done anything and you are adventurous, I would think that you'd look for a place that something you've never done, something creative, whatever. And we went bowling.
I honestly think that the skill set of finding something fun to do is not one that God gave to men. I don't think so. I don't
know. Even if some men have not done it, I've dated men who are like, oh, I've never been here, I want to try this.
Okay.
Or they have done it. You know what I mean? But like, oh, I want to go horseback riding so bad, or I want to go on a camping trip so bad. Like, they have ideas. And me, I'm like, okay, I'll write it down and then eventually we'll do it. But you don't really, to me, it sounds like you don't really have, like, you don't know what you want to do.
Right.
Like, so it would be all up to me to plan something. So I'm just like, okay, kind of red flaggy, but I was like, you know, it is what it is. It's something that I would want in my partner, but I'm just like, okay, we'll see.
That's, you know how like in our, we were talking with Munch, and she was talking about non-negotiables.
Yeah.
That needs to now be added to your list of
non-negotiables. It's not a non-negotiable. I would prefer it, or at least you, like, if you're actually like adventurous or whatever.
If you're interested, yeah.
For you to actually like have a place in mind or bring it up. Like, cause even in conversations, I haven't heard him brought it up.
Right. Which means he's a stay at home.
Yeah. And
so it's just like flexing or
that's just generic thing people say. Like, how are you today? Good. When you're not good. You know, like, it's just generic. What do you like to do?
I'm adventurous.
Yeah, I'm an adventure. I like to travel. Where have you been? You know, I went to Tampa.
Miami.
I went to Tampa one time. Things like that.
Right. But you know, the thing is, there are people who like haven't traveled that far. So like for some people, the thing is that you are more adventurous.
Yeah.
Because there are people who are like, I've never been outside of Orlando.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, adventurous is also the east side.
I've only gone to like parties on the west side.
To Wingstop. I told him, I was like, me and my friends are clowning you because there's no way Wingstop is the spot.
No.
And then he said, let me try again. I said, but then that's not authentic. And then when we went bowling, there was a white lady and she came and she's like, oh, I'll buy you guys drinks. And I said, oh, thanks. And, you know, I'm all excited. And I don't know if he said thank you to her. I'm not sure. Like, I don't know if maybe my memory's fuzzy. Maybe he did say thank you to her, but he did not talk to Anne Marie at all.
Yeah.
And Anne Marie was such a nice, sweet old lady.
Yeah.
She bought you a drink and everything. And while we were there, I kind of had like a flashback of my ex, because my ex is very friendly. And even, not even just my ex, but like a majority of the people that I date are friendly people. They would have talked to Anne Marie.
Right, yeah.
And so I was like, you know, I didn't really like that he wasn't really friendly.
That's a love language of mine. Like, if we do something and someone randomly gives us like it happens to me all the time. I'll go out to a bar and like a couple will come up and buy me my drinks and my food. Trust in mind, I'm getting invited to their wedding.
Yeah.
By the end of the night.
Exactly.
Like hello?
I found out about Anne Marie's whole family, and I was sitting there. I literally was talking to her. You know, she's from Orlando, so she's been here the whole time. She has 2 kids that went through to UCF. Some kids went to U. I found out so much about Anne Marie, and every time, and when I think about that, I was like, yo, I remember one time I sent my ex to Dunkin' Donuts, and he was gone for like an hour and a half. I'm like, where the hell is he? He finally came back. He said, I saw a blind man. And I was talking to the blind man. I was like, he was telling me his whole life story. So he started telling me everything. And my iced coffee done melted, but at least I got a story out of it. You feel me?
Yeah.
Or like if I go to cruises or if I go like
you're just very
just
interactive and like
talk to people.
It's because that also adds to adventure in life. Like meeting other people who will share their life stories. Like I have so many stories that I can tell people now simply because I was friendly to somebody at the bar. Simply because I walked up to this lady at the airport and told her outfit was cute and then she told me her whole life story.
And that's what I want. That's what I like. So it kind of turned me off. On top of the bowling and the Wingstop.
Yeah. It sounds like he trying. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean he's trying with what he probably knows, but I'm when I'm dating, I'm actually looking for what I'm looking for. Like yes, like he's a nice guy and he's cool or whatever, and you know he is giving me attention because I've been busy this past week and he's been trying to text me as much as possible, and I appreciate that, but that's not all I'm looking for. Like being a nice guy and being respectful is a prerequisite. And now when I say prerequisite, when you're going to school or if you're getting a job, these are the things that you need to get an interview. You know what I mean? That doesn't guarantee that you get the job. So a lot of people be like, oh, well, he's a nice guy or whatever. So
niceness does not equate to me having a satisfied relationship. Being nice is not the only precursor to a good or a long-term good relationship. Like there has, I don't want to say has to, but from what I know, there are certain elements of relationships that keep the relationship going. And having somebody that you feel like you're unison with makes you feel like, you know, you'll like the person more. So someone who pulls up to Anne Marie at the bowling alley telling her whole life story and being engaged in the conversation is meaningful. It's important. It's another form of intimacy. Yeah.
So I'm trying to let him down because he's been trying to text me and stuff like that, but I'm really not interested, and I've been busy. I've been really busy. Like we're going to Texas and I've been doing a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, getting things out the way.
And I still have orders to finish and all that stuff. So I've been busy, and you know he's been trying to see me or been trying to do stuff. But I be busy. But if it was like something fun to do or something cool to do, something that could be compressed, I'd probably like leave for a little bit and go. You know what I mean? Like I've been busy with people in the past, and I left what I'm doing, and then I'll just come back and I'll do the rest later or whatever, because whatever they got going on is fun.
Right. So that's sign number 1 that she's not that into you. The silence speaks with volume. Because you have, although you were busy, you have, while being silent, you have set aside time for those who bring you that curiosity factor. Like, if they make you curious enough, you'll take time out of your busy schedule and you'll talk to them, or you'll go out with them, or you spend time with them. But because you're not that into him, you're like,
Yeah, and I feel like I gave him the opportunity, and I also feel like because I'm busy, he's probably gonna think that it's because I'm busy. Or like, I told him to come to the speed dating network thing or whatever, and he didn't want to go. He wanted to go to a bar, and I was just like, why do you want to go to a bar? Like a speed date, like a game speed date. I'm like, yo, there's pool here, there's basketball, but you want to go to a bar.
You're a nerd.
To talk more about work.
Is he a nerd?
No.
That's probably right.
No. And that's the other red flag. He don't watch anime.
Oh, God. Oh.
He doesn't watch anime, y'all.
Oh.
It's funny because I was talking to a friend about it. He was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
He doesn't watch anime.
Yeah.
And wings are my favorite food. And he likes Wingstop.
Wingstop is his favorite wings, and he don't watch anime. I'm sorry, it's incompatibility. It doesn't happen. It's not working. Gotta let it go.
Yeah, so it's incompatibility. And I feel like sometimes people are probably like, oh, you're being shallow, this, that, and the other. If he's a nice guy.
No, she's just not that into you.
Yeah,
Period.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I date a lot of nice guys. Like, I won't date a guy that's not nice.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody that I've dated is a nice guy, but that's not all that's like required.
Right. So I recently got flued out, even though it wasn't paid for, but I got flued out. Yeah.
He didn't pay for it?
Yeah, let me tell you this little story.
I thought he paid for it.
Let me not blast him. However, somebody said they missed me, blah, blah, blah. They want to see me. They were going to come down and see me. But he missed me. Well. So I said, well, fly me out. Right? Since you missed me. And I said, you should fly me out since you missed me and you don't have time to come down here. Fly me up there because I have some time in my schedule and I work for myself. I do what I want. So he said, okay, I'm going to do this. We're going to get the flight, whatever. Me, I think maybe his personality is like he's last minute. And I'm like, I'm very planned. Not too planned, but like I don't wait until 2 days before my flight to buy the flight. Right? I buy the flight a week, maybe 2 weeks, maybe a month. Right? So I was like, okay, I'm coming. Bought the flight. That's how I am. If you say we doing something, flight's booked. I booked the flight. And I said, just pay me back. He's okay. Cool. But I also like that because I want to have control over what's happening. I don't really like, you don't know what people's intentions are. So I want to have full control of the things that I'm going to have to do so that if something happens, I can have access to it. Like if he booked it, I can't cancel it. I want to be able to book it. I want to be able to cancel it. I want to be able to be like, oh, I'm going to fly out to another city. It makes my life easier if I book it and you send me the money. I'm not pressed because I got money.
I would have had him send the funds.
Right. I'm not
unless
tripping.
You were already going.
I was already saying that I wanted to come and I'm going to come. Flight wasn't expensive. I didn't care. I paid for it. So I'm going to come. I trusted that he would pay for the ticket because why would you not? Why would you not? That doesn't make sense. He pays for everything. So why would he not pay this? So then I said, okay, I flew out there. We're there. Cool. I get there. This is where things go completely left. I get there. Initially, he was supposed to pick me up from the airport, but he was like, I got a little wrapped up on something. Take an Uber.
Not picking a girl up from the airport is a red flag.
It's red flag number 1. He said, yeah, take an Uber to the hotel and I'll catch up with you later. I said, okay, cool. Whatever. I'm going to do my own thing. Got the Uber. I was like, you paying for this too. You just added another thing to your tab. So I took an Uber. It was like a $60 Uber.
He didn't even send you the money.
He ain't send me the money yet. Wait for it. I take the Uber. I get to the Uber. We get to the hotel.
This is a horror movie.
It's a horror movie. I was like, I think I'm going to get killed. I'm anticipating. I get to the hotel and it's an inn. And I'm like, but hear me out. I don't care about ends. I care about how good the end is, right? The hotel could have been $100. I wouldn't care because that means you're going to spend more money on giving me an experience. Hotel, I only show up, pull up, and pop out. That's what I felt about it. So originally, he sent me the booking to show me what the hotel looked like. The hotel looked fine. When I got there, stains on the carpet, wall has stains. It smells like smoke. It's disgusting. We're talking motel dressed up as a hotel motel. And I was like, you told me you stayed here before? And he's like, yeah, I stayed there. I said, I don't think you stayed here because it's horrendous and you are bougie. It's horrendous.
Shirley, it's funny because I can picture Shirley with her glasses on. You say you stayed here?
You said you stayed here? Because this is not it, baby. And the thing is, I didn't even call him. This is a problem. I'm so independent. I stepped into the room, smelled it, saw the stain on the floor, and walked out. Got on my phone and booked another hotel. I booked another hotel. I didn't even call him, no nothing. Because at the end of the day, this is my safety. Everything is up to me. Even if he doesn't do anything, I still have to figure out what to do to keep me safe. Because I traveled by myself and I'm single. There's no nigga around me. Listen, I'm trying to avoid any problems. And if this was a setup for me to get killed, I was like, let me get the hell out of here. Okay?
Child.
So I hopped in an Uber again. And I go to the hotel.
He did not pay for it.
And he called me and he was upset. He was like, I'm so sorry that this happened. You know, I know that you expect the best. And I said, I do. And I told him, this is how much it costs. And he's like, okay, I'm going to send it to you. And he sent me the money for the hotel. But he didn't send me the money for everything else. So then he sent me the money for a hotel. I'm at the hotel. I'm chilling, whatever. Originally, when I got on the phone with him, he told me 2 weeks ago that he was going to take me out. I need to be ready by 6. He's going to pull up to the hotel. We're going to Uber together to wherever we need to go. And I said, okay.
You don't got a car?
He do. He just wanted me to Uber.
Uber XL?
Whatever. He just wanted to Uber. That's what he says. I want to Uber you. I said, okay, do whatever you want. 6 p.m. come bawa negle. 7 p.m. back bawa negle. Ligilim. He's like, hey, how you doing? I said, I'm good. What we doing tonight? And he's like, yeah, we're going to do this, and that. I said, oh, okay, what time? And he's like, yeah, it's at 10. I said, I thought we were supposed to be leaving at 6. And he's like, I ended up doing it. I said, when were you going to tell me this?
It's 7.
It's 7.
It's past 6.
It's past 6. And I was like, okay. And he's like, yeah, I'll be there. And I was like, what time? He's like, 9, 8, 9. I said, pick a time. And he said, 9. I said, okay. I'm drinking, I'm working, I'm talking to my homegirl. I bought me food, I got liquor. I'm minding my business because at the end of the day, I have to take care of myself. It's 8:30. I'm on the phone with my homegirl. My homegirl goes, Shay, I thought you were supposed to leave at 9. I said, oh, let me go shower because it's 8:38. I said, let me go shower, do whatever. I was like, I don't feel like putting my makeup on. He don't deserve it. So I don't put on makeup. I put on the most basic outfit, shorts, sandals, and a shirt. Like, I was
where
like,
y'all supposed to go?
To the escape room. This is the escape room, nigga. Excuse me. This is the escape room guy. Okay, we're gonna call him that. The escape room guy.
It's better than an ice cream date, right?
No, I would prefer an ice cream date because hello.
Would y'all prefer ice cream date or escape room?
I would prefer an ice cream. I would prefer ice cream date. I like ice cream dates. I feel like it gives you a chance to sit down, just take ice cream and just talk. And I've had ice cream dates before, and they're really good.
I prefer the escape room because I need to know if you dumb.
Okay, that's another thing. The escape room did achieve that. So then, whatever happened, he pulls up at like 10 something. You're talking 10, 11. We're supposed to be there at 10.
Escape rooms close at like midnight.
At midnight. No, that escape room closed at like 10:30. So we were supposed to be there at 10 for escape room. That's 30 minutes and leave at 10:30. So he pulls up and he's like, I'm outside. I'm like, where? I don't see you. And he's like, I'm outside. I was like, no, you're not. And he's like, I was like, you're at the wrong place. You're at the wrong hotel. And he's like, yeah, you sent me your location. I said, I sent you my location because you said you're going to be here at 9. I gave you my location for an hour. It's been 2 hours. And I said, this is the hotel that I'm at. And he's like, okay. He pulls up and he brings out a box of strawberries, a stalk of 6 bananas, and some roses. And he's like, you said you like strawberries. I was like, presentation? Presentation. You just got these, didn't you? You just picked these up. Yeah, I was overthinking. Boy, you don't know who you talking to. And then I was like, I don't feel like going out. And he's like, you came here. I don't feel like going out. You came here for this. And I said, and you also you flew me out here for this. And it's 10 p.m.
He didn't fly you out for this.
I flew myself out. And I was like, it's 10 p.m. And we still not, I was like, what do you want me to do? I'm tired. I flew in at 2 p.m. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like,
escape the room.
Okay. So then I was like, you know what? I did come here for that. I'm going to go to the escape room. We go to the escape room. Great time. He's actually very intellectual. I've already known that. Very intellectual, but he gives up. That's the thing that I got from the escape room. He gives up very quick. He gave up, right? He's like, I'm done. And he's about to walk out. And then I go, I don't give up. You can tell, obviously, I'm a business owner. I don't give up on nothing. And I was like, okay, you could give up. We got 15 minutes left. Why am I giving up at 15 minutes on the clock? That's 15 minutes.
For you to get out.
For me to figure it out. Why would you not try to figure out with 15 minutes?
It's just the two of y'all?
Yeah. 15.
You can get it out.
It's 15 minutes. So I go, I do everything. I tap, found it. And I found everything. We had 7 minutes left on the clock. And he's like, wait, you figured it out? I say, yeah. He said, I've never been able to escape an escape room. I was like, that's because you don't got me. That's why you ain't never escape. I was like, because I'm an escaper. All right, I'm going to find a way out.
I'm going to get the way out. Yeah, she bought her flight just in case she's ready to
I bought my flight. I'm ready to escape. Remember when we were in the car and I took a picture of the guy's license plate? I'm ready to escape, y'all.
We got in a stranger's car.
In Atlanta.
To get home because we didn't want to take an Uber. Shirley act like she was drunk and she went to go record the license plate and she recorded Buddy face and posted it. I was dying laughing.
Because I'm ready to go. I'm ready to escape.
I ain't gonna lie. Ever since Shirley did that, I do all the time.
I'll be ready to go. Make you think I'm inebriated. I'm inebriated. You ain't gonna kill me, bitch. It's on social media.
I be checking the license plate on the Uber, but I never thought about getting a ride from a stranger and just looking at the license plate, dog.
Yeah. You ain't gonna catch it. So I was ready to escape. So then whatever, we had a good time. We talked. End all be all, this man did all of that because he wanted to have sex. That's pretty much it. Why does he want to do all of that for a woman who lives all the way in Florida? He lives in a completely different state. I can't tell you. Right. So here's the thing that really put the icing on the cake. So my homegirl, this is why I was like, I know why men date women. Women, I don't know if any of you guys need to hear this. Women, you are really fantastic. You are great. You're beautiful. You're amazing. You're good at organizing. You know what to do. You know how to woo. You know how to woo a man. You know how to woo a woman, right? So I called my homegirl literally Thursday. I'm flying out on Thursday. I call her 2 hours before my flight and I say, hey girl, I'm coming. This person doesn't really know what they want to do. So I'm anticipating that I'm going to be free for 8 hours. And just in case that happens, can you come up to the city so that I can spend time with you? And she's like, let me check. And I said, if you can't, that's fine. I'll meet you halfway. And she said, okay, halfway is perfect. Let's meet in Philly. I said, okay. The next day, Friday, she literally tells me what train to take, tells me she sat on the phone with me and guided me through the process of getting my train ticket. When I was the day before Thursday, I was telling the guy that on Friday, I wanted to do something whimsical. I wanted to do something very whimsical and cute that requires walking, but very relaxed and not too much stuff, but enough to still feel like I have fun in a new city. And I said, I don't know what it is, but here we call it city walk or city place in South Florida, whatever. Something chill, light, you walk, you go in and out of things, you go to a game room, whatever, you get out. But you don't have to do too much, no clubbing, no lounge, no nothing. Right. So I was like, that's the kind of vibe I'm on. I'm very chill. I'm not in the mood to party. I'm not in the mood to turn up. I've been doing that for like months. I'm just trying to chill.
We're old.
Right. So then he says, all right, I'm going to figure it out. That man ain't figured nothing out. My friend, legit, I get to Philly. She brings me to this place that has shipping containers. The shipping containers is filled with Black-owned businesses to shop. When you walk through, it's like a pathway. You go through the pathway and it goes upstairs. You go upstairs and it's a complete art gallery of Philly and like the construction of Philly, the businesses, the places to visit. When you get to the second floor, it's nothing but women-led businesses for you to shop. Then we get out, you walk out, you go across the street, and it's this big, kind of like a warehouse that's made out of glass. You walk in, food trucks to the left, the view of the Philadelphia Bridge to the right, and then there's tables to sit, lights at the top, and you just walk in, you chill, you talk, you vibe, you eat, whatever. There's a DJ spinning the track.
I would give her pussy.
What? We go, we're talking, we're laughing. She's creating content for me. I'm creating content for her. We're not done. We get out of that place. We go like maybe like 10, it's like a good 2 feet walk. 2 feet walk. We go upstairs. It's a rooftop restaurant overlooking the Philadelphia Bridge, a DJ playing soca reggae, all of my favorite music, and good fucking food. We're not done yet. We leave that place and we go to another little corner. You walk up and it's a Pixar theme mini golf place and a skating rink that has a bar, a game room, and a place to eat, like
Philly,
a little
what's it called?
cafeteria. It's downtown Philly. It's literally like the full walk. You just walk
Downtown
down the street.
Philly, y'all.
You just go up and down and like you go through each. And we end off skating.
See?
Get on the Uber, go to the train station, sit at the train station for 2 hours talking, and then we both go our separate ways.
See,
Women.
That's what and it's not just women, because I've had moments like that with the guys too.
Yeah. But I haven't been able to experience
far
that.
and few in between.
Mm-hmm.
It's far and few in between. But
right. Mind you, she had 6 hours to plan that. She had already made the reservation for the restaurant. Didn't even know it. Didn't even know there's a reservation.
And came to meet you all the way, like
and halfway from her
and
busy
found the place because she doesn't live there.
No, she does not. Lives in DC. She took a train from DC to Philly.
Have you heard from this guy again?
Okay. So this is, I think I can be honest and say that a part of me, I'm going to be truthful to myself, was hurt because one of my biggest pet peeves and one of the things that I really, really hate is people using me for sex because I think that I'm more than just sex. I understand that I'm very knowledgeable on it. I know that I could probably rock people's world, but I don't think that it's the most important attribute of mine. I think it actually just disappears after a while. Like the ability to have good sex becomes less important as you get older. Right. And as you spend more time in your relationship, it becomes less important and more about romance and love and like connection. And so I'm like, damn, you out here focusing on sex. Sex is very temporary. 7 minutes to like an hour when you got to deal with me 24 hours a day. So it's like, if you only here for that, you setting yourself up for failure.
Yeah, because you got more to do.
Right. So then I'm like, okay. So I got a little butthurt because I was like, dang, this man really just did all of that because he was trying to get the pussy and he didn't get it. 2 times. The first time he didn't get it.
Pay. He still ain't paid for the flight.
Still ain't paid for the flight. You ain't paid for the Uber.
You got these shitty ass strawberries
that I didn't even take home.
You found on the side of the road.
Right.
You were like, oh shit, I think she said she likes strawberries
and bananas.
Didn't pay for none of the Ubers.
Didn't pay none of the Ubers.
Gave up on the escape room. So it sounds like the escape room went fine.
Right. Right. So basically it was weird because I was in the car with him. He's like, oh, I just love your face. And I was like, I like my face too, but thank you. He's like, I just love your face. And I was like, oh, okay. He's doing all of the sweet talking. And I was like, it sounds like you finna come to Florida. And he's like, yeah, I gotta come. It's like, no. He doing all of this talking about how he needs to come see me and no. Right? I get there. I get to the flight. He asked me if I made it safely. I said yes, but my flight's delayed. He said, okay, let me know when you leave. I tell him when I leave, and then I don't hear
I
from
didn't
him.
give you no updates. You would have had the updates if you paid for the flight.
Right. And then he said, when I got back, he said nothing. Didn't ask me if I made it safe. Didn't hit me up. No, nothing. So then I sent him a message. I said, hey, you still got bills to pay. And I resent him my Apple requests. Resent all of them. I was like, and I didn't hear from him for a week. And I was like, wow. If I was a dumb bambino, I would have given him the pussy.
And he wouldn't have paid a damn thing.
He wouldn't have paid a damn thing, nor would he have called me back.
I don't think the men who would pay for your flight would let you pay for the flight.
I've had a couple sugar daddies. They do. They let you pay for it and they send you the money. Whatever you want.
Would they wait to send you the money?
Yeah. My ex, I would be like, hey, I want to get a wallet. And I buy the wallet and he'll give me a wallet. He'll give me the money a week later. But I just have to remind him.
I guess it depends.
Yeah, no, I've met guys who will literally be like, book the flight and I'll tell me how much and I'll send you the money.
I do like a send me the invoice.
Yeah, it was a send. Like every other guy that I know would be like, send me the invoice. I love that.
I love.
So I'm thinking, I'm like, I've been through this before. You are not my first rodeo. You're a matter of fact, not the 2 or 3. I've done this before, and so usually I'll book things myself. Tell them it's $50 more.
See, if it's a flight. Me personally, you gonna have to pay for the flight before I get there because I already feel like you bullshit.
Right. The thing is, because it's happened to me before, I don't think that I'm just trusting because I've had men offer flights before and they paid for it. I've had men pay for my hotel and I bought it. They gave me the money. Like it's not the first time.
You did say something that I wanted to talk about. So you were saying how like now the older that you get, sex is not that important, which is funny because with my situationship, we were friends with benefits for a while. And like when we first started talking again, he was like, oh, I want to be serious. And me personally, I don't take anybody serious. I don't care what you say. Like your actions would have to show that to me. And we were sleeping together and, I wasn't caring what he was being serious about or whatever. I was just going back to us being friends with benefits in my head. But at some point I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. It kind of got, like pointless at some point. And so I was talking to my friends because we were having an argument about like being exclusive. So we were having an argument, me and him were having an argument about being exclusive. And he was like, oh, you have to do certain things before I take you serious, which I felt was like crazy because you said you wanted to take me serious in the first place. And at first I didn't care, but now I care, so it was kind of one of like, some people are like, oh, in situationships, somebody's starts to have feelings or whatever.
Yeah.
So I started to have feelings because I wanted to be exclusive at this point or whatever. Cause I'm just like, this is all pointless. And he didn't want to be exclusive, even though he keeps hitting me up all the time. To be serious, but doesn't want to be exclusive. And I'm not the type I'm not about to do this. Like we did this little back and forth thing for a couple months or whatever. And then I just decided that it's not worth it. Cause I don't want to do that. Yeah. I don't want to have meaningless sex with nobody anymore.
Right. And that's the main point. Like sign number 1 that she's probably not that into you. I've met people who have made me head over heels and I want to give them everything sexually, romantically, physically. And I knew that I wasn't into him because red flags, right? Like if I really wanted him, trust me when I tell you he could have got the pussy in the snap of his fingers.
And still not pay for the flight.
And probably still not pay for the flight. But again, like red flags, there are things that I want and there are things that I'm looking for. And he was not giving that to me. So signs that she's not into you, she ain't give you the pussy because she's not into you. You didn't get it because she's not into you. That's point blank, period. She's not into you. Or I wasn't into him enough.
And I also think some people think that women are just supposed to be into you like from jump, right? We give you the we get to know you. And based on what we get to know would determine if we're head over heels or care about you. Right. So it's not a first date. Oh, she should give you the pussy and she fought with
that's you. That's something that he said to me because our first date, don't get me wrong, our first date, I did him very dirty, sexually, but he asked for it in my opinion. But yeah, so on our first date, he was just like, and he kept mulling over it. Like he was just like, you literally like had me do this and this and that, and you did not have sex with me. And I was like, well, one, I was cooking. Two, I wasn't really feeling you. Like, you know, like I liked you as a person, and I kept telling you that I liked you as a person, and you was not trying to hear that. You was not trying to have the fact that you talking to a woman who doesn't give a fuck about you and who just thinks that you're okay. Men like chasing, but they don't like when you don't give them what you want when they're chasing. And he's chasing me and he's doing all this stuff and he's being very extra, and I'm just like not getting the bait. Like, I'm like, okay, you're not impressing me, right? Yeah. Like I'm like, I'm a Haitian woman. I'm not easily impressed.
I think the same thing was happening with somebody that I was talking to. Like he made money, like money was nothing to him. So he's used to women just, I guess, like being quiet or submissive or whatever, or listening to what he says or whatever the case is. But money is not enough. Two, I think because that worked with other people so well, he was frustrated when I just won't listen. Right.
I think it makes us even more appealing. So it's like you have to keep chasing until like the hunt. You have to keep hunting.
It might be, but I don't like that. That is a turn off. Like when you're like chasing me and then I give you the time of day and now you're just like
all of that energy that you put, which is exactly what happened with him, right? You chase. I didn't give you a chance. Then I finally gave you a chance. I said, I'm gonna fly out. Okay, fly me out. I'm coming. And when I come, you give me the bare minimum. And then one of the things that he said in the text message, I was just like, I don't remember what I said to him, but he said something about he's never had a person hold him accountable for his actions before. And I was like, that's how I know you the only boy in your house, because your mama ain't never told you did anything wrong. I know my mama told me I was wrong all the time. Any decision, I was wrong.
And you know what it is? You know what's weird? So one of the dudes that I was talking to, like, he said, so me personally, I say this all the time, like, I don't want to compromise. I want to collaborate, which means that I want somebody who, we just align. Like, nobody has to compromise because we have the same goal. Yeah. So compromise would be, I win some, you lose some. Like, you win some, you lose some, I win some, I lose some. Like, somebody's going to lose something and somebody's going to win something. And collaborating, I want to come up with solutions where we both win.
Right. Yeah. Like, if I have to do this 50% of the time and you have to do this 50% of the time, so that it makes it a collaborative effort, not you get 100 and I get 0.
Yeah. So I don't like that. And so it's funny because I was on a date with him and he said that, that's not possible, which I've had it before.
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah.
I've had it before, and I know some people will probably be like, "Oh yeah, then why are you not with them?"
Because shit happens.
Shit happens.
There's other shit,
and there's been no cheating. I don't have any domestic violence issues. I don't have any sexual abuse history. Like, it's literally just we're not compatible.
Yeah.
But he said, a relationship is like, you have to compromise, and I feel like a relationship is only going to work if I make it work. And he ain't make a goddamn thing work.
Right.
I had to compromise everything, and every time I'm compromising, I'm sitting here thinking, like, why am I compromising when I've been in situations where I can just collab.
Right.
And you're fighting yourself on purpose, and it's just become like an ego thing.
Right.
Because I'm compromising and you're not compromising at all.
Right.
So I was like, that's a big turn off.
And I think that's why, I think one of the things I was seeing in like the research on like what makes dating someone who doesn't really like you that much is we say this all the time, where we're like, y'all keep dating women that you don't actually like.
Yeah.
You keep dating women that you don't actually like, all out of complacency, right? Like, you're just doing it to do it. Like, this person matches that little box of yours. Like, why didn't that relationship work?
I think high value women or modern alpha women fit a lot of boxes. And I think that's what it is. Cause I'm just like, there's no way Because when I like, one dude got mad at me about something that I posted or whatever. He's like, why don't you just do, what did he say? He said, why don't you just like do Pilates and like clothing hauls, or like, you know, just post yourself being pretty. And in my head, I was like, I know a person like that. Would you like her number? Would you like her number? I know exactly who you're looking for.
And it ain't you.
It's not me.
Right. So you're asking, and you know what? A trophy wife. You're asking for a trophy wife. You want that pretty woman that sits, take care of the kids, stay home, do whatever you want them to do. And then you cheat on her with a woman.
See, I don't know, because I do think that he's really into me, but I don't think he's into me for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Because it's not who I am. It's probably like my personality or my looks.
You're fun. You're pretty.
Yeah.
No, and
I love hearing it. But
I have this girl, my mentee. She recently said, so she does a lot to her image. We're talking, she doesn't like her pimples on her face. She, to the point that she got so light trying to get rid of them. It seemed like she dooku to get rid of them. You know, she's very like hard on herself in the gym. Like, she's consistently always in it. And 1 second she thinks she's too big. The next she thinks she's too small. First she was trying to lose weight. Now she's bulking so that she can. It's just that there's never a happy medium for her. Like, it's just always like a constant evolution, and she's always going through it, right? Mm-hmm. So she's what she would consider like she's at the best place of her life. She looks good. She feels good. She's making more money, whatever. And she's at the point where she wants a partner, because it's been a long time since she had a partner. You know, she had this long-term relationship in college, and then boom, she graduated. Maybe a year or two later, they broke up. So now she's ready for a partner. It's been 4 years since she's been intimate, or not intimate, but 4 years since she had a boyfriend. And she wants one, and she's like, I'm going to go big my back, because guys who date me now, they only want me for sex. Versus when I was fat, they dated me because, you know, they like me for who I am. And that kind of like sting, because I'm like, damn.
Guys are still gonna.
Right. I was like, I'm bigger than you, and people still just want to do shit to me. I was like, I don't know about you, but that problem does not stop.
But people say that all the time when you don't have, when you're not like traditionally pretty or something like that, that the guys that date you typically like you for you, but sometimes it ends up being abusive because they feel like you have to settle for them. So some of them may be, you know, for the right reason, but some of them are just like, you can't get anything better than me anyways. You know what I mean? So be careful with that. Everybody has their plight. Right. Because pretty girls, like, I be getting BS thrown at me all the time. Right. Actually, people don't really come to me for sex. Like, they'll DM me dumb stuff. I never respond. So they never get to the point to try me like that.
No, people start off with just like, I would let this shit out of you. I was like, I don't know what gave y'all that signal.
It's because you're a sex therapist, you know, and it's funny how much that affects me. Like, I literally do not dress a certain way because I don't want you guys coming to me a certain way. I literally am uncomfortable talking. Like, I can talk about sex, but even on this podcast, I be careful what I say, because if y'all come to me mad disrespectful, like, it really bothers me. When you feel like it bothers me when niggas think that they can hit me up with the hey big head. Like, I don't know you and you're in my DMs talking about some hey big head. I've never seen you before. I don't know who you are. Hey big head. Right. I feel disrespected because I feel like you looked at me and the way that I carry myself, the way that I talk, the way that I dress, I don't bring that type of stupid energy around me. For you to come and hit me up with, hey, big head?
Yeah. That kind of like brings me to like our last point of like flirtiness versus friendliness. Because people have this idea that just because you're nice to them, that it means that you're flirting with them. So like a lot of guys, because I respond to them or because I'm like, kiki, it's like, oh, she wants to bone. Yeah, like, and it's like, I didn't make any sort of advancement, no, nothing. And me being such a very nice person, and when I tell you I'm nice.
Me too.
You could come at me and say, you just want to fuck, and I'd be like, I'm not interested, but how was your day? Right? Like, I'll completely shift the conversation. And people will then confuse that with friendliness. We'll confuse that with flirtiness. So let's tell the people the difference between friendliness and flirtiness, because they're two different things and they come off. First thing first, I'm an Aries. Aries always seem like they flirting with you. Reality, I'm just a nice person and I just like having conversation.
Right.
I like talking. That's it.
I am the light that I want to see in the world. So I try to treat everybody. It's funny because I'm selectively nice. Because some people have already rubbed me the wrong way from jump. But I am very nice. If you've ever come to any of my compa classes, if you've ever hit me up for anything or seen me somewhere, I am extremely open and friendly to talk to everybody and stuff like that. The difference, for me personally, I'm friendly regardless.
Right.
So even if I'm flirting, I probably wouldn't flirt. I think, how do you flirt? How you be flirting?
You know, like, you'll know when I'm flirting. Like, I went on a friend date with a guy, and we were just talking, and he thought that because I kept tucking my hair behind my ear,
That you were flirting?
that I was flirting with him. And I was like, I tucked my hair behind my ear because
My hair is bothering me.
I don't like my hair being like
your
this.
ear.
Like, yeah, so it's like I constantly tuck it, and also have a thing where I think I look better with hair that goes back behind my ear than the ones that sit over. Yeah, so flirting for me is when I have like an eye thing. Like, my eyes kind of like turn into like very sensual. It's not very friendly. It's very like, I want to fuck you. So like it gets very low.
They think that this is the I want to fuck you.
Right, that's the problem, is that this does not indicate that I'm flirting with you. This just indicates I'm pushing my hair back. But when I'm squinting my eyes and I'm like looking at you, also for me, I don't know about anybody else, but I touch. So like I'll put my hand on arms or I'll put my hand on thigh. Like, I don't subtly flirt. I make sure you know that I'm interested in you.
You know what? I don't think I be flirting. I think I'm just nice. And all I do is I flirt back if I'm interested.
Okay, like if someone makes like an advance and you like respond. No, I'm very like,
yeah. I don't really do too much choosing, because for me to like you, like I have a crush on one person. And he's in a relationship, and I respect his relationship. And if he was to cheat on his girl with me, I would no longer like him. It's like that. But like, for me to like somebody, like, it's a lot. Like, it's a lot. Like, it's gotta be your insight. It's gotta be like your looks. It's gotta be the way that you carry yourself. You're funny. You're smart. You're cool. So you gotta have a lot of shit for me, particularly, to even like you in the first place. So a majority guys come to me and I don't know them yet. So I don't really flirt because I don't know them, but I am nice and I'm open to getting to know them or whatever. But I don't flirt back. So if you think I'm flirting with you, I'm probably not.
Yeah. So I'm more than likely flirting. I'm not. But I'm 100% of the time nice. And the only time I am flirting is if I'm very close in physical contact with you, or if I make a sexual advance. And I'm very forward with my flirtations. Like, I had a business call with this very attractive Black doctor. And it was the only reason why I didn't go further was because
Shirley think a lot of people fine. I ain't gonna lie. Shirley just be like, damn, that nigga fine.
What nigga?
This is fine.
No. But this is a fine. No, that's a lie. I think a lot of people are ugly. It takes more people. Like, once
I don't know. But the past couple weeks, I've been hearing a lot of people fine.
No, but this doctor's fine. No, like, we're talking like, what's it, like, The Game fine. Like, he could have played on The Game. That is how attractive that man is. But he was in that phone call, and I was just trying to get his money because I'm a businesswoman first. And he said something about, sometimes I like to take control, so I'm a call and text you instead of. He's from Jersey. I'm gonna call and text you instead of instead of emailing you because I don't like to email. And I was just like, I like when a guy takes control. And he was like, oh, and I was like, yeah. So I think I'm gonna enjoy this. And then my friend,
that was another red flag about the guy I was talking about in the beginning. He said, hey, you wanna go to a bar? And I was like, yeah, sure, after this thing. Because I invited him to the thing and he didn't want to go to the thing. And then he was like, oh, you want to go to this bar? And I'm like, sure, whatever bar. You want to go to this bar instead? I don't care what bar. Mm-hmm. Do they have Ciroc over there?
Right. Yeah.
What are you talking about? Like, he was like, okay, maybe we should go to this one. Or maybe we should go to that one.
Oh, Lord. He's trying to impress you and don't know how to impress you. That's cute.
And that's it. That's the other thing. Please don't try to impress me. I don't try to impress anybody. Mm-hmm. I literally, just be yourself. I try to be myself because you need to know exactly who I am from jump.
Right.
Because I don't do that representative nonsense. I'm old. Okay. Auntie is old. Okay. I don't have time to be wasting. And it's gotten to the point where I'm so depressed about dating. Like, I'm just like, I was telling Shirley, I was like, I'm going to find an old guy friend and be like, hey, are you ready?
That's one of my friends said, she told me she said, date 45 to 50-year-olds. And she's like, I promise you it's going to change your life.
I think I need somebody older, like way older than me. Like maybe 35, 40
that's what she
range.
said.
I just don't know where they at. Where are the 35, 40?
Yeah, I think it's because she's a dentist that she has access to them because they're not readily available.
They're the ones that go to the dentist.
And she be finding them, like, girl.
I cannot find a majority of the guys.
And she always find 45 black with money. Like yesterday, he took one of her matches, took her to a store to buy her new Manola Balonics.
Manage?
Huh?
Wait,
because I say manage because she has multiple guys, multiple rich men.
Where
are they? I would be like, hey girl, where do you find your men? Send me the app.
I keep finding the young ones.
Yeah, the 24-year-olds keep trying to pursue me. 25.
No.
There's a 21-year-old. I was just like, what about me? Do I give sugar mama vibes?
I don't know where to find older guys, to be honest.
We're gonna figure that out for you guys. And by next episode, we're gonna find the answer to finding an older guy to date in Orlando. We're gonna find it. Because it has to be possible.
But I'm not gonna lie, I'm already discouraged from dating, and I think that I need to go find my elementary school boyfriend and see if he's married and just buckle down because I don't want to do this anymore. I'm so tired. I'm so exhausted. I don't want to date no more. I'm tired. Auntie tired, okay? Whew, shot.
On that note, we hope that this episode helped you in some type of way. We got a little vulnerable with you, told you about our little dating lives. I don't think I'm dating, but my friends say I'm dating. I think I'm just having a good time. I have no interest of trying to have a boyfriend. I'm not looking for a man. I miss having my person, but also I haven't met my person, so I'm not going to waste my time dating. So yeah.
I met my person and that person's gone. I mean, I feel like I've met several
of my persons,
several of my people, and that's what's I'm trying to be hopeful because of that. But I ain't gonna lie, it's like if a bunch of roaches keep attacking you, how are you supposed to see the butterfly crawling?
Yeah, how are you supposed to see the light at the end of the tunnel when it's always darkness being thrown
your
way?
It's just it's exhausting.
Yeah, because you're gonna think that's all that's available.
Yeah, and I'm discouraged. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm discouraged as hell.
Yeah. Well, we are ending this episode. So
yes, follow us on social media. Watch our YouTube videos. All that good stuff. Leave comments, leave reviews, let us know what you think. We asked you a couple questions throughout the episode. Answer them. We'll try to put them on the polls. Subscribe. Is it this way? I'm gonna do it both ways just in case. like, subscribe.
We'll see you guys next episode.
Bye.
Thank you for listening. New episodes of This Is Not That Pod drops every Tuesday on all podcast platforms and Thursdays on YouTube. So keep up with us by pressing that follow button.
We want to hear how much you're feeling us. So if you love the show, leave us a review. Be sure to read our show notes and tap around or click around to support our sponsors.